Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Something a little bit different today. You'll notice I'm not in my Ranger. Some people notice and recognise what this interior is. It's a loan car, never fear. Haven't gotten rid of the Ranger. This, folks, what we have here is a Ford Escape 2022. Now, I believe this one, let's have a look. It's pretty new. Let me just turn that off. What's that? 1,500 Ks on it. Now, didn't think too much of it. I'll go outside and do a walk around of it in a second. Didn't think too much of it at first, but I had to run a few errands. And it's really surprised me. I did initially, I waited a month because I wanted a next gen Ranger because I needed a ute to do the things that I had to do while my ute was in getting warranty work. So anyway, long story short, they were disorganized and they gave me this instead. I was a little bit bummed because, yeah, look, it doesn't have the room that I need to be able to do what I need to do, which sucks a little, but you know what? That's all right. I was able to do a little bit of testing. Now, I was out driving. The roads are a little bit wet, a little bit damp, and I had to skip ahead of a car, so I gave it a bit of stick, and this thing starts torque steering, starts spinning the front wheels. Now, I know I didn't get an all drive one because it doesn't have the badges on the back. I know it's a front wheel drive one, but it was like spinning the wheels at about 50 and squeezing the throttle. Road was a little damp, but it wasn't wet. So I thought, I'll do that again. We'll check it. Yes, indeed. And it does spin the wheels easily. Now, if you have a look at the tacho there, that tacho goes to 8,000 RPM. It doesn't have a red line. So, I didn't rev it that hard, but this thing revs 5-6 grand easily and smoothly. And I did a bit of research. This thing makes across the range, 187 kilowatts to the front wheels. I think it was 387 odd Newton meters. 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder. And it absolutely hoots. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I've literally had it for probably about 3 hours, and I've probably done, I don't know, I'm guessing about 70 or 80 Ks, something like that. I'm impressed. Doesn't have a sports mode or anything. Look, doesn't look like it's got a sports mode. It seemed pretty sedate when I hopped into it. Like, my parents have had, what are we talking, 2019, 2020 Subaru Foresters, which I'm a big fan of. 2-litre not turbo, 2-litre flat 4, pretty pokey little thing. But yeah, this thing surprised me, and I was driving it really sedate at first until I had to make a move, and then yeah, plenty of power. And again, surprised by looking online and finding out some of the stats that it has. Now, in terms of, I'll just quickly run through the infotainment stuff. This thing here is basically, it's got a very much a feel of what the Ranger's got. Now, my Ranger is a end of 21, almost 22. This is like pretty much the same. This here is similar to mine, but I have obviously analog, speedo and tacho in mine. That's very similar. It's just got a very much a feel of a Ranger here and here. I mean, haven't used this section too much. Excuse me. But it looks very basic and very straightforward and easy to use. I do like this climate control setup here. like I said, haven't used it, but it's easy to look at compared to the Ranger. The Ranger has all these controls like lower down, and it's hard to look at while you're driving. And I've said in another video as well, the Ranger doubles up. Everything that's here is basically you can control through here. So it's kind of stupid, really. I mean, I'm sure you could do the same here. Let me see. I'm not going to go into this too much. Oh, no, it doesn't. You can't control climate up here from the looks of it. But yeah, the climate's in a good position. Easy to control. Steering wheel controls are pretty much the same as what you have in a Ranger. Very similar here and very similar here. The steering wheel's really nice to touch. It's almost like a, like a suede. Is it a suede leather? It's soft. It's nice. Steering is nice. Even when the car's working or revving, it's very quiet. It's either got really good noise suppression in the firewall, or the engine's just silky smooth, or both. It doesn't sound like, I know again, we're looking back to the Subaru Flat 4. It's a thrashy little thing. You can hear it revving. You can hear it, the vibration through the firewall. This thing is smooth as, even when it's like revving hard. And all that you know is when it's spinning the wheels, the steering wheel's pulling side to side. And so obviously has a really nice traction control system. Just like any front wheel drive, when it smokes up those front wheels, it, like, you could feel the engine jumping. All right, it's a bit bouncy, but hey, who's going to be doing that too often? And yeah, that's just from dropping back a gear. It lights them up a bit. Size would be similar to, my parents had a Subaru XV, which is like a hatchback. Very similar size. I'll have a look around in a sec. The only thing that I haven't been a huge fan with at the moment is, I mean, the seats could be better. But I think, again, just from a very brief look, pretty sure this is like a base model. So it's just got the cloth seats and everything. The seats are okay, but, nothing fantastic. They're okay. I mean, it's got weird sort of textured plastics here, and then it's got a brushed aluminium up there. I mean, the dash is very basic. It's got that heads-up display there. That's really cool. Right in your eye line. Shows you the speed limit in the area and what speed you're doing, which is great. Again, I've got the auto. This is a bit weird here. I've never used a car that's got a dial rather than some sort of shifter. I do prefer the shifter. I mean, it's as simple as changing gears by turning that. So you got park, reverse, neutral, drive, and I'm guessing L is for low. See there? A few buttons here. What's that? Oh, hang on. There we go. Granted, I haven't looked very carefully, but here we have, it looks like a flag, a snowflake, and a leaf. So I would assume that is sports mode, snow mode, and economy mode. Haven't even tried it yet. And yeah, the feedback that I've given you on the performance is I would assume it's just economy mode. Not sure what this button is here. Yeah, I don't know. This is auto stop start, I'd say. And parking sensors. It's very, very basic setup. I mean, everything here feels nice. It feels nice and solid. Here you open this. Give us a second. You just pull it. Oh, that's why. It's got a sliding elbow pad, and then the handle's just there. There you go. Very solid. Like all of these plastics, they actually feel nice. Feel really good. Coin pocket here. Phone charger pad here. Now, it doesn't like charging my phone because I've got one of those impact stands with a little handle on the back of it, and I think that's stopping it from working properly. The only thing I don't like in terms of the interior feel is just that panel there. It's that textured everything else is nice. This is a nice steering wheel, nice door controls. Everything operates on the dial over here. What we got up here? The usual stuff. Let's have a look outside, shall we? Alright, so we've got some pretty cool headlights. DRL goes around the edge here. 18s. Grip really well. I think that's what they call the global front end, so all the Fords look similar. It's like a pearl white paint job. I mean, it looks okay. There's no other identifying badges, so I'm just assuming it's a base model. On the key it's got electronic boot lift. So I have established as well, the boot with the seats, back seats down, can fit 4 33-inch tyres. There you go. So yeah, electronic boot release on the key as well. Pretty cool LED lights. Dual exhaust tips. Little roof rails. It's got some privacy glass in the back. Plenty of storage here. Look at this. The bin goes right back around the corner over there, so you can fit, I don't know, look at that, it goes like back to here. Drink bottle. So my wife's got like that 1.2 litre drink bottle, that'll fit there. Then yeah, 500, 600 ml will fit there. Put a phone or something there. Downside, manual adjuster, manual height, lumbar manual, and slide manual. So yeah, it leads me to believe that it is a base model. Decent little glove box. Yeah, glove box. I don't know what else to tell you. I might get all of this stuff out, and then we'll put the back seat up and have a look. Alright, so I thought I'd do a little bit of an in-car driving video just right here of the Ford Escape. I'll just put it right here in between me talking about the features of the car, because this was a bit of an afterthought. So right now I'm just cruising along about 55 k's per hour in economy mode. And it's nice, it's real quiet as. It's got quality tyres on this thing. Continentals, 18-inch. Really responsive, even in economy mode. Steering, nice and responsive as well. I'm not sure if this is electric steering. It feels like the Ranger, which has an electric steering rack. Really pointy, like it's so responsive up here, and even in even in economy mode, the pedal's still quite responsive. I mean, of course, it needs a decent stomp if you want it to kick down a gear or something. I don't know if it has anything to do with the exhaust if you go into another mode, or is it just the car revving a bit higher? I think it's just revving higher, because when you go into sports mode, you can hear a bit more of a note from the engine buzzes a bit more, the exhaust is a bit noisier. I'll put it into, so this is in economy mode now. I'll put it into, oh, sorry, it's called normal. What have we got here? Economy just feels like it dulls the throttle a bit. If anyone's used a throttle controller before, that's what it feels like. I'll put it into sport mode. Okay, sport mode feels like, again, all that I can liken it to is anyone who's used a vehicle that's got an electronic throttle controller, it feels like you've got it on the most responsive, like with the Ultimate 9, you've got it on U9. And it feels just ready to go. Sorry, just turning the corner here. Like, here we go. So, torque steers. This is dry road. Okay. Nice dry road. It's a bit windy. I'm going through the hills where we're doing about 45, 50 k's per hour, and it's winding around bends. Not going super fast. You can hear there's a little bit of tyre noise, but the road isn't the greatest. And from what I remember, Continentals have quite a strong sidewall in them, so they will transfer a little bit of noise. A little bit of turbo lag down low, but as soon as you punch it, it chatters the front wheels. It wants to spin them up. So yeah, that's in sport mode. Really nice. Brakes probably, not the greatest. They take quite a bit of a kick to get them to bite and stop you. So one thing that probably needs a bit of improvement. Let's have a look in another drive mode here. What do we got? So there's a slippery mode, which the pictures on the dash go to ice, and immediately what you feel is the pedals like very dull. It's not responding to you at all. Well, very little. So one can assume that the slippery mode is just to make sure that you don't spin the wheels. Another mode, what do we got here? Snow and sand assist. Okay. Okay, so I've gone into snow and sand assist. Now the section I'm driving through at the moment is 40 k per hour limited, well, speed limit, and it's switched off traction control, and the car at 40 k's per hour is revving at about 2600. So yeah, it's very responsive. So obviously on sand you want maximum response. So yeah, that's the feedback on that. These are just the initial thoughts, remember. I haven't actually used these modes in the conditions that they're meant for, but I'm just giving the initial response on what I feel when I'm driving the car. So I'll switch to another mode now. What do we got here? Okay, so back to normal. Normal mode feels really nice. Car's really quiet, doesn't over rev. It's immediately revving under 2000 RPM, around 1800. Yeah. So there we go. A little bit of insight into the modes. So like I said, sport mode really wakes it up. I thought it was pretty good in normal mode. Sport mode's really responsive. So there you have it. Alright, got everything out. Now let's have a look in the back here. Bit of dust over there, clean that up. So split fold rear seat. I think that's what they call 60-40 splits here. That one comes down, separate to this one. Now, that seat over there is in my driving position. Now, I'm just a bit shorter than 180, but I sit quite far back, so you'd say I'm sitting in a driver position for someone who is 180. Okay, check this out. Plenty of room. Very comfortable. So you can stretch my legs right out like that. Look at this knee gap. Plenty of toe room underneath the seat. Plenty of hand room up here. I'll just flip the camera. Where are we? There we go. I'm wearing a hat. There we go. Plenty of space up there. What else can I tell you? I mean, the headrest is currently digging into the back of my neck, but you'd put the headrest right up to the height that you need, and this seat would be very comfortable. Here we go. There it is, clipped it in. Very nice. Now it's got a side lever here. Oh, yes. Get a nice tilt on that one. It's hard to see, but see, I'm quite broad through the shoulders, and you might just have an issue if you like your seat tilted and you're a backseat passenger. You can see here, so my shoulder point, my shoulder's about here. My arm just comes over just a little bit, but I mean, talk to the person next to you and you might get them to lean it back the same. So I've got this, it's like a plane. You get what, 2-inch lean back, and it's heaps more comfortable. This would be very comfortable for anyone who's about 180-ish, give or take. You'd fit someone 2 meters tall in here easy, and it'd be more than comfortable to fit those people in it. What do we got down here? USB, what are they called? The oval ones. I think it's USB-C. 2 of those. Vent back here. Light up there. Little window in the corner. And there's a bit of a, like you see here, see that thing there? There's a little sunshade that clips onto the rear hatch. I mean, I'd call it a small to medium SUV, but yeah, it's a little bit more spacious than a Subaru XV, which is what I'd call a small SUV. I reckon the all drive version of this would be so good. Don't know how good it would be for off-roading, which is what I like to do, but I mean, light unsealed roads, it'd probably go really well. We'll go to the back. Oh, may as well show you how this works. Now, you might want to hold it, because this will come flipping forward. So use the lever, pull the lever up, and then it flips forward. Down she goes. Tether points, one here and one on each seat. Space saver. More tether points here. Boot light. That's about it. Nothing really much more to report. Nice car, guys. I actually am very pleasantly surprised by this thing. Ford Escape 2022, 2-litre turbo, almost 190 kilowatt, in a dark colour and some big wheels. Be a pretty menacing bit of gear, this one, I reckon. There you have it, guys. Quick review. Hopefully it's useful to people. Something different for the channel. If you enjoyed this and you'd like to see a few more, let me know. Feel free to put comments down here or questions about it. Over this side, over this corner, pressing that watermark, and subscribe to the channel if you like what I do. Have a look at my other videos. This is not usually what I do, but I thought what a good opportunity to review when I've got a loan car. Subscribe please, like this video if it was any good. Yeah, I didn't go into super detail because I only probably decided about 20 minutes ago that I'd do it on my way home. That's all, guys. Like, subscribe, thanks. Cheers for watching.